to do justice to the topic. Dr. Naa Asheley Ashietey, who's CEO of Nova Wellness Center and certified ergonomics.
Yes.
Will be doing the justice to the topic. Now, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
And Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. It's great to see you.
Good to see you too. How common is back pain in the world?
Extremely common. They say at least 80% of the population at any point in time would have experienced some form of back pain within that year. So 80%. So if we look at the number of us here, if there's 10 of us, then at least 8 of us either experience it in now or have in the last 1 year.
I can understand a construction worker, a mason, a carpenter, a welder having back pain. But somebody who sits in a chair from 8 to 5, where from the back pain?
So the sedentary life as well, unfortunately, now is the most common way to get back pain. When you don't move, when you are sedentary, your muscles, the ligaments, the structures around your muscular system all get very tensed. And then the pull on the bones get misaligned.
Yes, you can show us.
So, yes.
So this is
the spine.
Okay.
And it's covered with about 5 layers of muscle at every point in time. And then in between the bones, we have tendons, we have ligaments, we have so many small structures that connect every 2 bones. So when you are sedentary or you sit for long without moving, all these structures, usually after about 30 minutes of straight sitting, those structures start to tense up. So when they tense up, then they start pulling on the bones in whatever direction, you know, your posture may be leaning into. And then over time, you get what we call a misalignment. Or in chiropractic terms, we call something a subluxation.
Okay.
So when you get a subluxation, it simply means the bone has gone out of place and it's putting a lot of pressure on the nerve. Over time, it starts with pain, then it moves on to numbness, it moves on to tingling, and then eventually it could lead to weakness.
Really?
Sometimes you can even get what we call disc herniations. And then if all that is not treated, unfortunately, it can lead to having spinal surgeries. And that's what we try to avoid.
So people who do long distance driving, secretaries, bosses, people who sit down for long periods of time, you're telling me that after 30 minutes, man should get up and move around?
Maximum 1 hour. Definitely within an hour of sitting, you want to take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
And then you move around, you stretch. So we'll be demonstrating some of the stretches that you can do when you take that break. Just break the sitting or that monotony. Or you may also be standing. Standing is better than sitting. But if you stand a lot too, in between your standing, you should also take a break.
Okay. So movement is key.
Movement is very key.
Can back pain happen just like that overnight?
Absolutely. I see that all the time at my clinic. Sometimes people are fine, they're going about their daily activities, and then a pen drops, and you go to bend to pick that pen up. Sometimes people will hear, "Mekotoye," and I say, "Ke." I hear that all the time. So within that instance of that improper posture,
Like that.
like that, then they realize they cannot straighten or they cannot move. And then that means that something has happened in the spine.
Wow. Can it be fatal?
It can be fatal. It can be fatal in that if something happens and you don't fix it, it's one of those things that can progress very quickly. And one thing leads to another thing. If it's still not checked, it can lead to surgeries. Surgeries come with risk. And yes, it can be fatal.
So basically, you are saying that all this stuff can be prevented if we do the right things. Is that correct?
Exactly. Back pain can be prevented. And there's so many things you can do in your home, in your office space. I say home because a lot of people work from home
now,
these days.
Yeah.
And there's so many little things that you can do to slow down your risk of getting back pain.
You have a whole bunch of stuff on our desk.
Right.
What are they?
Okay.
I know the spine.
So-
I've seen that. What else?
So we have a few items here that you can have either at home or in your office to help keep your spine in a more optimal shape and form
Okay.
so that you reduce back pain. Now, before we even go on to these items, the first thing I want people to think about is their posture.
Okay.
When it comes to back pain.
All right.
Posture is huge. How you sit, how you stand, how you sleep, how you bend if you're picking items. Maybe your work is not sitting in the office, maybe you're lifting in a manufacturing plant. How you do those things will go a long way. So we have to learn how to do these things properly
Okay.
so that we don't hurt our back. So we can start with the sitting in the office chair so that we can move over
So we
to
should
the
move
side.
over to the other
Yes.
side and then have a demonstration.
Yes.
I think Isaac is waiting for us
All
for a
right.
little demo. So we're going to move over to the other side, and the
Okay.
chair is going to come. Bring the chair. Yes. Okay. Good. All right.
All right. So this is an example of what we call an ergonomic chair or an office chair, swivel chair, sometimes we call it. There are so many different types. This is what I'll call a basic one. There are some that you can adjust the arm, you can adjust the headrest, you can push this back, so many things. But today I'm going to demonstrate how to sit in that chair properly, okay? So
Okay, so let me bring you to the middle so they can see you a little bit.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So they can see you well.
Can this go down or no?
Okay.
It's
All
a bit
right.
high for me.
It's high?
Yes.
This is what you press.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So when you sit in your chair, as you can see now, my feet are hanging.
Yes.
So that means the chair is too high for me. So the first thing I want to do
Is to bring the chair
to
down.
lower it.
I think somewhere here.
Okay.
It's supposed to come down.
If it's gonna come down for
Let's see.
us.
Let's switch one that can come down.
Probably not.
Let me see. Let's see if this one can come down.
Okay.
Okay. Let me try it first.
Yes, this one is
It's
even
way
higher.
higher, man. It's like climbing a
Or maybe coffee, we can use you.
You can
Okay.
use me. Yeah,
Okay,
use me.
let's
use
use you, yes.
Use me.
Perfect.
Okay.
So now your feet are planted firmly on the ground. If you are not too tall, you can also use some form of a footstool.
Okay.
That way, it's very important that your feet are on the ground. Otherwise, as they are dangling, gravity has a greater hold, and then it pulls on your knee joints, your hip joints, and
Your
that's
feet
why.
should not
No, your feet
dangle.
should not dangle.
Okay.
They should be firmly planted. Okay, that's number one. Number
right.
two, you want to make sure that you are resting. Okay.
So so they can
yes,
see this
turn
first.
to the
Okay.
side.
All right.
You are resting your back. Your lower back should be in the arch. So this chair has a very good lumbar support. We call something a lumbar support. You know, your back has a curve. So when the chair has the lumbar support, then that lower back curve sits in the support.
Okay.
And then that also helps to take pressure off.
All right.
Now, the mistake a lot of people make when sitting is to slouch. So maybe you can.
So like,
This is one way, and then they are on the computers like that
okay.
all day long, 6 hours at a time, 8 hours, 10 hours. So the minute you do this, you
gonna put
take
pressure.
your spine out of its normal.
Okay. So let them give them that side view. So
yes.
I shouldn't be like this.
No. So, you know, your spine has curves, which we want to maintain at all times. But as soon as you bend like that, you take the spine out of that normal curvature. And so as you can see, your head is down, the muscles here start to tense up. Then if that is not resolved, it can affect your arm.
Okay.
You start having neck pain that radiates into the arm. So it's very, very important that you always keep your spine up, your head up, your shoulders rolled out.
Okay.
And then you can continue to
my
do
stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Sometimes some people will also pull their butt all the way forward. So
Like this.
so you can scoot forward
can scoot
towards
forward.
the yes. No, so you're yes. And then lean back.
Not good.
Not good.
It looks like a swag, but it's not good.
This one is also not good. This one is
Okay.
also not good because
All right.
here, now what you've done is to bend your pelvic bone, again, out of its normal alignment. And so if you're sitting in this posture for 6, 7, 8 hours, you're putting a lot of stress on your pelvic bone and the waist area, and that can lead to some lower back pain.
So this is the correct position, like
Yes.
this.
So I tell people, think of it as you are drawing L's with your shape. So from your shoulder to your hip, and then from your hip to your knee is one L.
Okay.
And then from your hip to the knee, and from the knee to your foot is another L.
Like that. Like
Exactly.
That. Okay.
So think of drawing the L
L
with your body as you sit.
Okay, great.
So this is how I would recommend you sit at the
sitting.
office.
Okay, okay.
Now, so you can get up.
Okay, good.
Now, another way to break sitting from the office chair is to have one of these exercise balls at work. So Isaac,
Okay.
you can go
Isaac,
ahead.
jump on it.
So you can have one of these exercise balls right under your desk. You know, sitting like this alone is an exercise.
For real.
For real.
Why?
Because it's spherical,
Okay.
you can't just drop your body on it. You have to hold your core
Ah,
while sitting on this exercise ball.
okay.
So by doing that alone, you're working out the muscles around your abs, your back, and that also helps. It's very difficult or uncomfortable to sit on an exercise ball
Okay, you are forced
you
to
are
sit
forced
straight.
to sit upright.
Okay.
So you can go in between the chair, the office chair, and the exercise ball.
Okay.
And that will also help keep your spine straight. When you get tired, you can even lay on it. So maybe Isaac, you can,
Charlie, enjoyment like that.
yes, you can relax your back.
Okay.
Yes. And again, this in itself is also an exercise.
I can imagine there's some doing some serious work on your core.
Serious abs, you know. So for those of us who want to get the six packs and the flatter abs, this is another way to go.
I need one of these balls.
You do.
Seriously.
You just keep it under your chair, under your desk, pull it out in between the day, and then stretch.
Okay.
Okay, so Isaac, you can come up.
I want to try this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Charlie, I can sit on the ball.
This is too small for you though, Kafu.
It may explode,
But you it won't explode, but you can sit down. It won't explode, yes.
Okay, brother.
You see, the reason why I know this is too small for
Because
you,
I've come down.
you've come down.
Okay.
So your knees are higher than your hips.
I need a bigger ball.
You need a bigger ball. So it's very important to look at your size
Okay.
when getting these balls. Don't just go to the sports shop and say, I want an exercise ball. This was okay for Isaac
Okay.
because he's small frame.
All right.
But this ball is too small for you. You need one that is high enough so that when you sit, it still keeps you up.
So when I come, I said, give me a high, big ball.
Yes, I mean, if the person there knows what they're doing, they know the
Know
sizes.
what they're doing.
Yes.
Okay, all right,
I can
great.
show you.
As long as it doesn't explode on me. Yeah. What else are you going to show us?
So, I'll show you this. This is my personal favorite exercise. This is something we call a wobble disc. Okay,
Wobble
I'll
disc.
steal that chair from you.
Okay,
Kafu,
no wala.
So this again is another spherical gadget. You can again keep it anywhere. And then we're going to do something we call wobbling.
Wobbling.
Yes.
All right,
Now
let's
this is for people who have stiffness in the waist or the lower back area. It helps to exercise the very, very, very tiny muscles and structures around your waist.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sit on this wobble.
And then what do you do?
And then I'll be making really, really, really tiny movements
Okay.
with my lower back.
Okay.
So the first one I'll do, I'm just gonna drop. So you just drop your lower back forward and back.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
Forward and back. And so what you're doing is you're reducing the stress in there.
Okay.
You can also go side to side.
Okay.
So as you can see, it's a very, very small movement that you're making. You are not moving the whole, no.
Yeah.
That's not how to wobble. It's a very tiny movement because you are focusing on the tiny structures. And again, this is also a very good core
The core.
exercise.
All right.
Then you can also do what we call the figure eight.
Okay, 8.
So you're going round in circles. Again, it's all a very, very small movement. And then you change the direction. So this is excellent if you have stiffness of your lower back and you're trying to loosen it up. So you can put all together. So after you've sat for, 2 hours, you can just pull the wobble out
And then you do it.
wobble.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Okay.
You shouldn't go full speed, a lion,
No,
as a tail.
no.
That kind of thing, no.
It's just very,
gentle
very,
one.
very small controlled movement.
Okay.
Then this is one of my personal favorites.
What's this you're doing?
This is what we call a TheraBand.
TheraBand.
Yes,
Okay.
TheraBand.
All right.
Or some people call it a resistance band.
Okay.
Now, there's something we call forward head posture or text neck. Because all of us are doing this
Yes.
all day long, a lot of people walk around like this these days.
Yeah.
Okay?
Text neck.
Text neck.
Yeah, neck.
Yes.
Yeah. Text.
Yes. So to reduce text neck, we do this exercise. So you take the band and then you wrap it around your head.
Like a bandana kind of thing.
Exactly.
All right.
And then you don't have to pull hard, but what you're doing is pulling the resistant band gently, and naturally your head is going back.
Back.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you hold it there for a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you relax. And then you repeat.
Okay. TheraBand.
TheraBand, and then relax. So because all of us are doing this,
Yeah.
this is a way to reverse that posture.
Make her try some.
Please.
I want to try some.
Yes.
Yeah. Like
There you go.
A duku.
Yes.
Did you tie it?
Don't tie it, just hold it together. Yes.
Okay.
So hold it together.
Okay.
Yes.
And then
with one hand.
Okay. With one hand.
Yes. Good. Yep.
Okay.
Aha,
You can
that's
feel-
very good. You should feel
Yes.
the pull
Around
right
there.
in your neck and
Yeah.
into your upper back.
So hold for like 5 seconds.
5, then you can be increasing the time as you get comfortable with it.
Okay.
Yes.
And then I release.
release. And then again, very good. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then release. Yes.
Wow.
Good.
Very simple exercise.
Very simple.
But you can feel what is happening.
It's extremely effective for people who start to have that forward head posture and they realize that when they try to straighten up, it's uncomfortable. So you do this, and over time, your muscles in the neck get stronger, and then you don't have to do it as often. You can do something else. This TheraBand is very versatile, so you can do so many things with it.
Show
you
me.
can also stretch your upper back.
Okay, exercise. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Either backwards, forwards.
Okay.
Stretch this way.
All
I mean,
right.
this is an excellent exercise for
Yeah.
your back. So there are so many. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing.
Yes, you can.
So yeah, I mean,
Okay.
if you pull this out, then you switch to the other
Other
side,
side.
and do these in between your day. I mean, you'll be working out whilst working.
Yeah.
You'll be improving your circulation. You'll be giving your muscles rest from that sitting or standing. They do something else, and then that will help prevent the back pain.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right.
Are we
so I
done?
think we can go back
Okay.
there.
Well, thank you so much, Isaac. Thanks a lot for helping us out there. I'll give you your chair. Yeah, that's a nice chair. And then we wrap this up nicely.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other thing I really wanted to mention is this friend of mine here.
Okay.
This is what we call a laptop stand.
Oh.
Yes, because we're talking about office workers.
Okay.
A lot of the office workers use laptops.
Okay.
Okay, so I highly recommend a laptop stand.
Okay.
There are so many different brands on the market. I prefer this because it's very simple, it's light. A lot of people would work from home as well.
Okay.
So you can close it up, put it
Okay.
in your handbag.
You can try this.
Yeah, let's try
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so, and it's adjustable. So depending on how tall you are, you would know where to put it. So I'll put this over here.
Okay. And then what? You put the keyboard
Yes. So yes. it
Like this?
sits right. Perfect.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
So now,
Now you're looking
for
straight.
me,
Yes.
this is just about my eye level.
Okay.
So that's where you want the monitor, the topmost part of your monitor to be, just about your eye level.
Okay.
That way it avoids you from doing
Exactly.
this. Because if I didn't have the stand, I'll probably have to be looking down. But now that it's been elevated, there's no reason why I should still have to look down. So it keeps your spine upright. That way you can comfortably work.
This is actually really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend laptop stands for anybody who is a heavy computer user.
Okay.
And then if you don't have a laptop, maybe you're using a desktop. Most people don't realize that the desktops have adjustable knobs at the back. Usually how they buy it, they just leave it like that.
All right.
But you can adjust the desktop monitor as well.
Okay.
Bring it up so that the topmost part is just about eye level.
Great. We're wrapping up.
All right.
How can we get in touch?
Yes, so
talk to us.
We're at Nova Wellness Center. It's at Ringway Estate, just about 5 minutes from here, actually. So you can reach us on our social media platforms. Nova Wellness Center is on Facebook and Instagram. Or you can also call us at 026 995 2077.
All righty. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kafui.
Dr. Naa Asheley Ashietey, CEO of Nova Wellness Center. She is a chiropractor and she's giving you some tips on how to sit, how to stand, and how to just improve your posture so that you minimize back pain. Now, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Kafui.
Have a pain-free day.
Thank you.
All right. You're watching GTV Breakfast. No pain coming up ahead at all. We have our social media corner in a couple of seconds and sports at 7:15. Stick around, don't go anywhere. This is GTV Breakfast.